If you've been wondering whether GoDaddy is worth it, here's the short answer. It can be a good choice for beginners and small business owners who want everything in one place, but it is not always the best long-term value. In this video, I'll break down when GoDaddy makes sense, when you should avoid it, and what alternatives may be better depending on your goals. If you find this helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple software and website tutorials. Let's get into it. First, let's cover the core verdict. GoDaddy is worth it if you want a simple, all-in-one solution for your domain, hosting, email, and website builder. It's also a decent option if you want 24/7 phone support and prefer a quick setup with an AI-driven builder. That makes it especially appealing for beginners, local businesses, and anyone who just wants to get a basic site online fast. Now, GoDaddy is usually not worth it if your main goal is the lowest possible long-term cost, advanced developer features, or scaling a large e-commerce website. If you care about things like Git, staging environments, deeper customization, or more technical control, you may feel limited pretty quickly. And if your site is going to grow into something large and complex, there are better platforms built for that kind of workload. So when should you choose GoDaddy? Choose it if you want domain registration, hosting, email, and a website builder all managed in one account. That convenience is one of its biggest selling points. It also works well if you want phone support at any time, because that can be reassuring when you're new and need help fast. Another reason to choose GoDaddy is if you want to launch a simple website quickly, especially with its AI-powered tools. If you're building a local business page, a basic portfolio, or a small informational site, the setup process is straightforward and beginner-friendly. But when should you avoid GoDaddy? Avoid it if price matters most over time, because the introductory offers can look very cheap, but the renewal prices often increase a lot. Also, basic plans may charge extra for things that other providers include by default, like SSL certificates or automatic backups. If you need free backups, more control, or developer-friendly tools, GoDaddy can feel restrictive. And if you're planning a large custom website or a media-heavy online store, performance and flexibility may become a problem. One of the biggest things to watch out for is the cost trap. GoDaddy often advertises low starting prices, but the renewal can be much higher later. That means the plan you thought was affordable may become expensive once the first term ends. You should also check what is included and what is sold as an add-on. If SSL, backups, or other essentials are not included, your total cost can rise faster than expected. Another important factor is ease of use versus freedom. GoDaddy is designed to be beginner-friendly, and that's great if you want a fast launch without a lot of technical work. The AI builder can help you create a site quickly, but the trade-off is that you may not have full creative control, and moving away from their proprietary builder later can be difficult. So if you think you might want to redesign or migrate later, keep that in mind before you commit. Performance is also worth considering. For small websites, GoDaddy is usually stable enough and uptime is generally fine. But if you start getting heavy traffic or you run a store with lots of images and product pages, speed can become a concern. That may affect user experience and search performance, so it's something to think about before choosing a plan. Real users often suggest separating your services instead of bundling everything together. In other words, some people prefer buying the domain from one provider, hosting from another, and email from a third. Why? Because bundling can sometimes lead to markups, hidden renewal costs, and more upsells. A lot of users also complain about aggressive emails or calls after signing up, which is something you may want to be aware of. In many tech communities, you'll also see people recommend avoiding GoDaddy for hosting if you care about value and flexibility. That doesn't mean it never works, but it does mean you should compare it carefully before buying. If you want alternatives, here's a quick breakdown. For budget and speed, Hostinger is often a better choice because it's cheaper and usually includes free SSL and backups. For WordPress and reliability, SiteGround or Bluehost can be stronger options depending on your needs. And for developers, Ionos is worth looking at because it offers more advanced tools with lower overhead. So here's the simplest way to decide. If you are a beginner, want phone support, and need a fast all-in-one setup, GoDaddy can be worth it. But if you want the best long-term value, more control, and fewer upsells, you should probably look elsewhere. For many users, GoDaddy is convenient, but convenience does not always mean the best deal. If this video helped you decide, please hit the like button and subscribe for more clear, honest software comparisons. And if you want, I can also make a follow-up video comparing GoDaddy versus Hostinger, SiteGround, or Bluehost side by side.